Malaysian government is under increasing pressure from people over the rising cost of living and inflation. Opposition parties and student groups are taking to the streets regularly to voice their frustration. And among their demands, more aid to the people, continued provision of subsidies and price controls for food. Melissa Go with the story.
Assalamualaikum. Today in this video, me and my friend will talk about student protests, rising cost of living and inflation. The first question is issue highlighted in this video. Issue highlighted in the video is student in Malaysia protest rising cost of living, increases price such as oil, eggs, cooking oils and others. Second issue highlighted in this video is inflation. Second question is problems of macroeconomic. Inflation affects the cost of education, which has been rising steadily over the years. The rise in the cost of education affects the affordability of education for many students, making it difficult to access higher education. The cost of tuition fees, textbooks, accommodation, and other education-related expenses have increased, and this puts a strain on the finance of students and their families. Second, inflation affects prices of basic necessities such as food, rent, and transportation. The prices of these goods and services have been rising, making it difficult for students to afford them. Students who live off campus are particularly affected by the rising cost of rent, as this is one of the biggest expenses they have to deal with. In addition, the rising cost of food affects the nutrition of students, as they may not be able to afford healthy foods.
The solution to this macroeconomic problem is government can use wage and price controls to fight inflation. This process failed poorly in the past, leading governments to look elsewhere to control the economy. Price controls or price caps or floor mandated by the government, wage controls can be implemented in tandem with price controls to suppress wage boost inflation. Contractionary monetary policy is now more popular methods of controlling inflation. The goal of a contractionary monetary policy is to reduce the money supply within an economy by increasing interest rates.
In conclusion, government can implement contractionary monetary policy, reducing the money supply in the economy. It is clear that the goal of contractionary policy is to reduce the money supply in the economy by increasing interest rate. This helps slow economic growth by making credit more expensive, which can reduce consumer spending, especially for students. The government needs to provide subsidy and assistance with a dignity at the minimum level that allows B40 and M40 households to live comfortably. The government needs to continue providing existing subsidy, control the price of goods on campus, providing food safety solution, as well as reduce the salary of both ministry and deputy minister for Malaysian interests.